Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Zubair Altaf Qureshi, and this is part uh, 7 of my checkpoint session that I am having on my this Facebook account. And this is my channel, right? Zach Qureshi's network lessons. So before we begin the video, just a reminder: if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly do subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and share my channel as much as possible. So what are we going to do in this video, right? So these are the topics that will be covered in this video. So what we'll do is inline policy, we'll do URL filtering, we'll do rate limiting, we'll do app control, and we will do HTTPS inspection using Checkpoint Firewall, right? So what are these things, right? These are the next gen capabilities, right? The UTM blade, right? Unified Threat Management. So this consists of all these uh, all these functions, right? Before, what happened is, to do URL filtering, you had a separate device. To do app control, you had a separate device, right? To do HTTPS inspection, that is like your proxy server, you can say, you had a different like hardware on an appliance, right? So like that, for firewall, that was different, right? So in case of Cisco, we had the ESA, and then for URL filtering, you had the WSA, right? Web Security Appliance, and for email security, you had ESA, and for all those proxy servers, you had WSSA, and all those stuff, right? So now in this checkpoint, we have all of these played, like, what do you say, integrated into one device, one appliance, right? That is the checkpoint appliance, right? So what this URL filtering is, right? Before that, I would like to show you what inline policy is. Okay, so let me begin with my uh, this network diagram, right? So this was the network diagram, right? In our earlier video, I had this manager, right? This manager, right? And then I had added this gateway 1 and this gateway 2, right, into the manager, and this was my smart console, right? So but this time what I'll use is this part only, because for to do URL filtering, I need this gateway, this PC as a test PC, which what we'll do is, from this smart manager, will push some URL filtering policies to this gateway, and then we can control the flow of traffic from this PC to internet, right? We can block certain URLs, we can block certain um, like applications and all those stuff. We will see. I'll demonstrate this. So I don't need this gateway 2 right now. Neither do I need the PC that I have here, right? So I'll just shut this these two down. And actually, what I have done is I have the my VMs, right? So I actually deployed new VMs, the SMS server, this checkpoint 1 gateway only. I have not created a checkpoint 2 gateway, because I don't need it right now. So when I do the VPN stuff, right, I'll just deploy another one, a new one, because what happened is, you have 15 days of trial license, right? So that trial period was over, and now in this I have again 15 days more. So let's begin, right? So what I have is, so this client, right, this client PC, this one, I'll just, okay, I'm on that only. Okay, this is my Windows client. Oh, this is the client. Okay, fine. So I'll maximize this. Okay, so this PC is able to go to internet, right? So I have this rule wherein, okay, let's say I can go to Google, right? Google.com. Okay, whatever, that is a mistake. So google.com, I'll go to this. So I am able to access with the help of this policy. If you check the logs here, so I just went to Google, so I'm allowing DNS, HTTP, and HTTPS, right? So you can see here, my traffic went using this policy number 2. It should be internet traffic, right? So that is just a simple policy, right? But nothing fancy. So what I'll do is, I'll show you the inline policy. So you remember, right, in case of sections, it was just, we created the sections to manage the policies, right, in order to troubleshoot. But say what happens is, in case of rules, right? So in our case, we have just 3 rules, but in the real scenario, you will have like multiple rules, like 1 to like 100, right? Maybe 1 2 and then like that, like that, right? It will go up to what, 100, right? 100 rows. So the way this policy works is like you will have like 1 2 3 4 and till 100, right? So it will go one by one. It will check like first rule first, and then second, and then third, like that. It will go till 100, right? So it consumes the resources of your uh, uh, firewall, right? Resources of the firewall, right? And it will have a delay also. It will not be that much, but it will have delay, right? Because of the this long list of ACLs that needs to be checked, right? So what we will do is we will create groups of the ACL. We will have a parent group, right? Parent group which says any traffic, right? So this will be a parent group, right? Parent policy, okay, which says source being inside, say it's a zone based, okay, and destination being outside or any, say internet, right? And action, right? Action, you will not say accept or whatever, but you will point this action, right? Action to a layer, another layer. You will name that, okay, this is called inline layer, but you can name that layer. We will say web URL control, web URL, okay, we will say this name. And then for this one, right, policy one, you will have child policies 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, right? And then at the last, you will have a cleanup rule for this policy. Cleanup rule which says drop all, right? But we'll log that, okay? Drop all. And like that, you will have policy 2, right? Which says, say this is what do you say, management policy, MGMT, right? So this says like any source would be your, say the test PC, right? The test PC, and destination your manager or your gateway. So you can do that like this, gateway one, right? And then action is pointing towards another inline layer, you can say management layer, like MGMT layer. So like that, you can have 2.1, 2.3, 2.4, right? And then at the last 2.5 would be your cleanup for this one. So how does it work is, see, for example, it checks the first rule, okay, checks the first rule. If that matches, if the source is inside, from the inside, and destination is any, it will go inside 1.1. If this doesn't match this one, right, it'll skip to directly to second one, right? And then it will check again. If that is fine, if that matches, then it'll go to 2.1, then 2.3, and ultimately it'll drop here at 2.5 only, and will not go to third one, right? So like that, you will save time, right, and resource, right, processing resource. So it's unnecessary that you check all the ACLs, right? So that's where the inline this policy, inline policy, comes into picture, and that helps. Let's see how we can configure this thing. So to demonstrate this, I'll go to my PC right here, and then I have this rule, right? So what I'll do is I'll create one new rule above this traffic, right? Inside traffic, I'll say above, and let's say I'll say inline internet traffic, right? Just the name, right? And then source I would specify inside, okay, because I have this zone. And then destination I will say any, and services I would say any again, okay? So or else what I'll do is I'll just keep this for DNS, HTTP, and HTTPS, right? Or yeah, let's have this DNS, add HTTP, HTTPS. So what else can I have, right? So I may have this telnet service that I'm allowing to, right, through an SSH, right? So maybe I'll be doing some SSH, or I'll be doing some file transfer, right? So FTP I'm allowing, and maybe TFTP, right? So these are the applications that I'm. So here what you say is like, you don't say accept drop or something, you say inline layer and new layer, right? Like that. So you will name this as what? for this is your internet traffic, right? Internet traffic. So then you define the blades that this layer will use. So in this case, I'm using just for this for the internet traffic. So I need the firewall blade only. In case we want to do application URL filtering, we will select this, right? Content awareness will do. You will select this, and mobile access, right? The remote access VPNs, right? For this, we'll use mobile access. So and you will say multiple policies and rules can use this layer, right? I can like select this rule in multiple this policies. So what happens when I click that? What happens? You can see I have automatically this 2.1 which says clean up rule any. So I have this rule for cleanup on this for the second one, right? But I don't have any permit. So what I'll do is I'll copy this and I'll keep this here so that you can see that this will not be like this rule will not allow the traffic. Actual rule, what will the traffic will be allowed by the rule inside this second column. So I'll go and paste above, so because above the cleanup rule, right? Internet traffic inside outside. So I'll segregate this. I will remove DNS, right? I'll remove DNS and accept, right? And then I can again paste one above, right? So this I will just keep as DNS, and then I can also press below. So this one I will add say what? So I have SSH, right? I will add SSH. I can add like this SSH. Then I have telnet, uh, telnet. Okay. Then I have what? FTP, DFTP, FTP. Okay, let me just select this TFTP so can I. So first this one and then FTP, right? Okay. So I have all these services, right, that I accept. So you can see now I have this rule number 2 saying inside to any, and then I have rule number 3 also inside to outside, which was being used earlier to allow the traffic outside. So let me just install this policy on this firewall. Okay, let's maximize this. Okay, and install. Let's wait for this policy to be successfully pushed to my gateway 1, right? Okay. Okay, I faced some issue. So I went to the details and it says layer network rule 2 conflicts with rule 3 for service in the. Okay, fine. So it has detected actually that rule 3 will have no value because rule 2 will not allow any traffic to go to this, right? So I'll just disable this and then I'll push it. And I'll wait for this policy to be installed successfully on my gateway. Okay, great. It's almost done. Yeah, great. So let me go to my browser and go to Facebook, right? Facebook.com. And yeah, I can access Facebook. Let's see. Uh, let's see in the logs. So this was from my what? This was from my PC, right? So it should be gateway 1 PC. Yeah, this one. So I can see the rule that it has used is this one, right? So I'll see. So this is the 2.2, right? 2.2 and yeah, and 2.1 also. So 2.1 is for DNS. So first it will do DNS, right? And then internet traffic, right? So if I see in my policy, what's 2.2 inside outside HTTP and HTTP, right? 2.1 is DNS. So both were getting hit, right? So you understand, right? So like this, so this is the demonstration for what you say inline layer, right? Inline layer. So this is actually mandatory. I mean, a requirement to deploy this URL filtering. Okay, so let's do URL filtering. Why do we need URL filtering, right? So application control and URL filtering. Right? Why do we need these two? So first, like, what do you say? The the benefit, right? The benefit that we get from application to URL filtering is you can protect your inside corporate network from malware, right? And from not non-approved sites, right? And then abusive sites, and then bandwidth abuse. This you can achieve by doing rate limiting, right? Rate limiting, like that means controlling the speed of down upload and download to that user, right? You can do that. And then you have inappropriate sites. So there is something called AUP, acceptable user policy. So in your corporate network, right, you might not have the what do you say, approval to use every website, right, using the corporate LAN. So in some companies, I see that they don't allow to you to use the video streaming sites, right, like Netflix, like Dailymotion and YouTube. And some of the companies don't allow to you to use the social networking sites, right, from their LAN. So that can be like Facebook, Twitter, and all those stuff, LinkedIn, all those stuff, right? So that is the policy that every company has, and each company has a different policy, right? So how to achieve those things, right? So first of all, you have to enable the features. So you have to enable the blade, right? So you have to enable the blade. So let's go to the gateway, right? I think I have done it, but let's see how to do it. So you have to go to the gateway, right? Gateway, double click, or you can go here and activate blades, right? Or double click there and go to properties. And here you can see you have the blades, right? So I have actually enabled these two blades. I don't need identity awareness for now. I will just do application control and URL filtering. Click OK, and then publish, and then install the policy to the gateway, right? I'll install this. Let's see, install this, and it will take effect, right? Anyways, you can see like these two are enabled right here. uh, Firewall blade is already there, and then application control and URL filtering is enabled on this firewall, right? So next what you do is, this is enabling the feature, right? Then what you do is you go to the policy and create a policy that has URL filtering, right? So what you do is here in this section, right, I'll just edit this one. What you do is you just add this layer, new layer, which will say web URL, right? Web URL, and in this I will like check this application URL and URL filtering, right, and press OK. So that's where you enable this. The selected rule has an inline layer. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes, I want to continue. This is where you enable this rule, right, with the capability of URL filtering, right? So I go inside, right? I go inside, and that all the rules are gone now, right? So I go inside, I'll create a rule above, a new rule above, and which says this will be for DNS traffic, right? Okay, what happened? DNS traffic. So I will allow this traffic separately, right? So this is like I go from inside. So I'll do this as zone based. So you know, right? Zone based and the like object based policy. So I've shown you in the earlier video. So from here I can say all internet or any. This is same, right? You can see the address 00. So this is a default object that will be present in the checkpoint itself. So you can specify the DNS, right? DNS, and then I will say accept. I will not. So this should be accepted without any problem. So what the URL filtering that we do is in the next section, right? New rule right below. So the traffic. So I'll say deny. Say what? Deny few URLs. Say some URLs you give me, right? So I'll go for cisco.com, right? Say deny cisco.com, right? And cisco.com, comma. What else? Okay, ini.com, right, like that. Okay, so you can just add few more URLs, right? So I'll go to so some news channels. I'll just give the URL. So this is like statically, manually you define the URL, right? So this is just a name. Okay, I'll keep it like this, and I'll go here and I'll define my PC here that I have, the local machine here on this one. Or you can just define the zone itself, so anyone inside the zone, right? So I'm just showing you for my PC right now, and then here you can add the services. So now when you go here, right, you can have this. These are the categories and applications that is already there present, right? So I'll go here and I'll say custom application and site, right? So here I can build a name that says block Cisco, right? Block Cisco, and then I'll add URL, right? This is www.cisco.com. So one is this, and I can, so this will be the what do you say, the base website, right? Plus I can have multiple pages in it, right? So I say www.cisco dot not dot, I will say star dot star anything, right? After Cisco anything and dot anything, right? So that's one. And I can add more, that is www.ini.com, right? Like that. And I can specify also the same thing here for ini.com, but I'll keep it like this only. So okay, so this goes block. Now what you do is, this is your services and application, right? Now what you do is you select the action now, right? So in the action you can say accept, drop, ask. So accept is fine, but we don't want to do just accept. I'll drop it and I will have a message with it, okay, saying boss, you cannot what do you say, you have to log this and wait for a while. You will get this edit here, right? So edit, and you can have the message here, application control, right? You can have the logo of your company, right? So you can just or you can just go and say something like this. So this is from my past what do you say, so I have actually created some few of the rules. I will just show you. So because this takes time to take effect on the gateway, right? So you can just say okay. So you will have this message displayed to the user saying you're not allowed to go to access okay, you're not allowed to access cisco.com from the company network, right? Like that's okay. Or you can have some other message displayed, right? So block and then display this message, right? And then again I will have a new rule below which says so this is URL category, right? Then I can block the applications, block um, applications, right? Apps, okay, block apps. So I can again say the same thing. I can just drag and drop this thing here and this thing and this thing here, right? And I can say right here I can specify. You can see custom okay, services. You can go to this one, sorry, you can specify services or you can go to applications. So this time I want to go to applications, and applications will be displayed here. So now I have to search, say I will block Facebook. So that is the application, right? Inside Facebook I have many applications, right? So that is the granular approach, right? So what you can do is you can allow Facebook, you will not add Facebook, and then block the apps, the games, right? So you see like what else is there. Facebook faces, Facebook video, Facebook posting. You might be able to go to Facebook, but you will not be able to do what, Facebook Messenger, right? So like that. So I'll just block Facebook, and I'll block YouTube. Okay, I'll block YouTube. Okay, I'll go to YouTube like this. Great. Okay, and then I'll block what else? Netflix. I'll not block actually. I'll not block. So blocking, you have seen this in Cisco, right? Netflix, and then can go to what else? You have Daily Motion, right? Daily Motion, that is again a video streaming site, like that, right? So I've selected these things, and then I'll say this time I'll not say drop. I'll say ask, right? I'll ask the permission of that guy, right? I'll provide him with a user agreement, and he has to click OK, that I know the risk that I'm taking, right? And then he has to say I accept and all those stuff, right? So that is that. And then the third thing I want to show you is, again let's have this, and I'll say ask, and then you have inform inform user. Okay, saying same thing, a gateway. So I'll say this one, I'll say internet, and then here I can say, so if I'm using any, so I now in this case I'll use a category, right? I'll use a category of, category is like services and applications. Okay, fine. I'll go to applications and say so you have many applications like social media. So social media will have all the social like, so if I go to social networking, that is a group category, right? So this will cover all the social like social media apps, like you have Twitter, right? So in one shot, I can cover all of them. I may not remember all of this, or you can have some say but news, right? So if I go, I have this news category. I will have this news group, right? This one. You can see the icon, right? This is the group. Or I can have say search engines. Let's do this for search engines because I'm using search engine. So Google is one search engine, right? So I'll just do for job search you can do, or you can just go for applications. No, I will go for search engines, right? This is search engine category. Nice. So what I do here is I just say inform and notification. I'll notify that guy that this is what you are doing, right? So you know this. So you don't have that accept button here. Uh, that is the difference between ask and inform, right? So after this, I'll just push this policies, right? So what I'll do is I don't need this actually. So I have actually created this one here. So what I'll do is I'll delete this whole of it, right? I'll delete the whole of it. Great, right? Now I'll enable this thing. And I'll enable this thing also. So this is what I've already created. It's like the same, right? So I have a block, then I have this ask, and then I have this information inform for social networking, right? So and then the cleanup rule, right? So and then I have this one. If I keep it here, so this will become useless, right? Right? So I'll go and keep it below this 3.4 and above the drop, right? So I'll go here and paste it here, right? This is fine. I don't need the DNS because DNS I'm already doing it here. I'll remove it here and I'll push this policy to my gateway. Install policy, publish and install, and wait this to be installed. Okay, great guys. So this has been installed. Let's go to the browser, and first of all, let me do one thing. Let me clean the history and all those stuff like cookies and cache. So I'll just clean everything. Okay, let me check and let me go to what? Go to Google. First of all, Google search. This is opening, so it takes some time. Okay, let me push the policy again just to be sure. I'll pause the video. Okay, great guys. So I push the policy once again. So this takes some time to take in to come in effect. Okay. Okay, fine. So I push the policy once again. Let me go to my browser and again delete the what do you say settings and all the cache and cookies and history, right? I'll just delete it and let's go to the so first thing what I've done is I've blocked cisco.com, right? And I should get some message saying you're not allowed to access this cisco.com and no, it's not working. Okay, let me check the second one. Second one is YouTube. Okay, it should ask me you're doing this and that. Okay, youtube.com. Okay, something's happening. Was the third policy is social networking. So let me go to Facebook, right? I just remember Facebook only. So I'll go to Facebook and it's opening. It's not asking me anything. So let me just try this YouTube search here. Okay, and go to this youtube.com. This is taking some time. Facebook. Go to the search and I click Facebook here. Okay, let me just close the browser once again and we'll try once again. Okay guys, after waiting for like 5 minutes and I push the policy once again, and now when I go to this www.cisco.com, right? So it should prompt me right? So now it's showing that my firewall is blocking and here is the message that I get, right? And I have also added the INE, right? www.ine.com, right? So this should also be blocked. Yeah, you are not allowed. So the messages should be different, but in this case I've used a single policy to block these things, right? So next what I've done is the Facebook, right? Facebook. So, okay, let me just check. So daily motion, Netflix. Okay, let's try Netflix. Let's try Netflix, and this should be allowed, but it should ask me. Let's go to Netflix directly. Yeah. Okay, let's try here. Netflix and like this. Yeah, it is asking you're trying to access Netflix. Okay, so I have to say I accept. I will use the site in accordance with company policy and select okay, right? So this is the ask option, and then the next one is, so after this I'll be able to go to the Netflix website, right? So yeah, I'm able to go to Netflix. So next what I did is inform, right? So this is for social network, so I'll use say link LinkedIn, right? I'll go to linkedin.com, right? This one. So this doesn't ask. Let's try Facebook. I think that this doesn't come into this policy. Okay, Facebook is also not asking me this thing. Let me just open once again and put this and clear the browsing history again. Maybe because I have tried this Facebook and all those stuff, right? Or maybe okay, just let me think about any social networking. So I'll see what are the social networking sites, right? So I'll just try what are the categories: Facebook, WhatsApp, WeChat, Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter. So let me go to which one? Let's try one of it. Mm-hmm. What is this? Oh my god. Facebook. Okay, these are right. These are all what? Okay, what else you can do is you can go to this application wiki, right? From here, it will open a page for Checkpoint, right? So from here you can see what all pages come into that category, right? You have this, and I'll go for uh, say social networking, right? Yeah. So I'll click enter, and I'll get all these things, right? So what I have, let's just take one of this, right? Hmm. Okay. So I have Instagram, right? Instagram. Let's go to Instagram.com. Okay, that policy is not working. So that is not different than so this. Okay, just let me show you. So if I go to Facebook, so this will ask me only once. This is not asking. So I if I open this time Netflix, right? They will not. It will not ask me for that accept, right? Because it's like, see, in the policy it's like if you go to this one and ask, right? Ask and then company policy, and then here if you go say more, right? You have this, right? Frequency, right? What frequency you want? Once a day, once a week, once a, or confirm user per application, per site, per category, per data type, per rule, right? So I have set per application or site, right? So once a day, and so tomorrow again if I visit this site, it will prompt me for the agreement, right? So you can do this lab on your side, because Facebook I checked and it did prompt me and I said accept, so that's why it's not again prompting me. So that's how the URL filtering is done, right? And also application control, right? So I've shown you both in this video, right? So anything that is not been dropped, or I mean say I mean like this action ask, everything will be for everything will fall in this 2.5, right? And everything will be accepted here if it's HTTP and HTTPS. Apart from that, everything will be dropped by 2.6, right? Okay, so next what comes into our list is we did this. So next is rate limiting. Okay, let's do rate limiting on YouTube. So if I am using this YouTube, right? So I'll do this, right click and more, and I should have rate limit right here. You can see, right? So I can go to this, and okay, so for that I have to create an object of rate limit. So let's do one thing for rate limiting. Go here, and I have to create a new object, more, and limit object. Okay, so I have to create this limit object and say download object. Okay, download is my save, so not Mbps, I'll say kbps. So there should be a difference, right? I'll say 120 256 kbps, okay, and upload say 128 kbps, okay, like that, and I'll hit okay, and now you have to add that here. Okay, you have that what do you say? Okay, I have not pushed it actually. I created that but I didn't publish it. So before that, if you go to Google YouTube, right, let me go to YouTube, right, and I will go to YouTube, and then what I'll do is so I have that ask, I think, created there, right? Yeah, ask daily motion, whatever. So let me wait for this. Search YouTube, and let me go to Google first, okay, and then go to YouTube, okay, and then I go to YouTube. This should open up YouTube, right? Okay, friends. What we'll do is we'll use. Let's try once again YouTube. What I saw is that it is hitting that ask policy, and something is happening. I don't know, some bug or something in the VM. Okay, let's use this daily motion. Okay. So you can see I am able to access daily motion, right? And I will play a video, and let's see what is the speed, right? Is this buffering or not? It should not buffer because right. See, I can play this video, right? There is right. So nice. There is no buffering and all. So let's do one thing. Now I have configured that thing, right? The rate limit, and now I do push this policy. Okay, guys, the policy has been successfully pushed to the gateway. What I wanted to show you is this thing, right? You can see in the log that if I go to this ask permission, right, ask, and you can see here in the logs that the policy is been hit, right, and the access rule is saying ask for permission 2.3, right? So I don't know why it's not popping up that thing. Okay, let's go to daily motion now. Daily motion, and go for there, and then here. Now let's see, is there any difference? And if I scroll, so the time is 9:05 right now, and should see some latest hits. Yeah, I can see this here. Ask, and it is hitting that thing, right? So I'll go there. I think 256 is right. But I mean, like, it's good for this. Let's search for some heavy videos here. Let me just pause this, and I can search for like heavy videos, say 1080p videos, and this should have some. That should require some heavy bandwidth, right? So what is it? Relaxing. Let's try this cartoon. Some cartoon is there. So now, yeah, it's low compared to that. The thing is, right now, if I see quality here, it's really low, right? So because of the lockdown, right, they have reduced the quality, and for this quality, 256 kbps is more than sufficient. So this is how you do it actually. So that's what I want to show you, and that traffic is getting hit here. You can see, right? Ask for permission, third, that 2.3, right? So that is rate limiting, right? This is how you can control the bandwidth usage, right? So so that is covered, and now application control is also covered. So all these four things, right, I have covered, and now it's HTTPS inspection. And what is HTTPS inspection? I just want to like briefly explain it to you. So imagine you have this PC, right? The PC that I have inside this one, and 172.16.31.120, right? So this PC, when it goes to Google, right, I have the gateway here, right, gateway 1. So I have a server here, say Google server, or say YouTube server. So whenever you go from here to that server, right, you are using HTTPS, right? HTTP uses SSL, right? So this is encrypted traffic, right? So if the traffic is encrypted, right, my gateway will not be able to do this application level filtering, right? Application level checks, right? So in order to do this, right, you know that what the proxy servers do, right? So what it will do is now it will generate a certificate, right? And it will, so this has to install that certificate, right? This PC has to install the certificate. So what it will do, when my PC will go to that server, right? So what it will do is it will have two SSL sessions, one SSL and two SSL. It will break that, in a sense it will break, but my PC will not come to know, right, that this has is been done, right? That now that it was a client and this was server, right? Now this is the client, this is the server, and this is the client and this is the server, right? So it has two sessions, right? And it's meeting, and for that like little period, right, when it's decrypting here, right, decrypt, and then it's encrypting again, right? So for that little period the data here is open, right, for this gateway to look into, right? So I can look into that HTTPS packet, right, if it is like 443 port, right? If inside that, if the attacker is trying to do anything else, right, that the what do you say, the behavior of that uh, packet I will check, right, if it matches the HTTPS or not, right? So like that I can do the HTTPS inspection, right? So that's the explanation, and let's see how we can achieve this. So in order to achieve this, you have to enable the feature. Again, you have to go to this inspection settings, right? So it has already these profiles, right? So you have to go to the gateway. So this is the inspection policies, right? Default policies. And then you have the profile, recommended and default. So what it's using right now is default, and it's like the severity is low, but I'll go here and I'll edit, and I'll just say I want to use a recommended inspection on this gateway, right? Once I do that, I need to publish this. Okay, then I have to go to the properties of my gateway, and then there I will have this HTTPS inspection here, right? So here what you do after this is step one, create the uh, that certificate, right? So I will name this something, www.zapqureshi, right? Zap Qureshi networks.com, like that. And the private key would be admin123, right? And that is the validity, right? 2000%, more than enough. I need this for like 10 or 20 minutes. Then what I'll do is I can view this, right? I can export it, right, to install to the PCs, but I have to install it to this PC only. So what I'll do is view and then install. Next, place, and I have placed this in the trusted root certificate authorities of this PC. Next, finish, and then say OK. It will prompt you, say yes, and then say OK, and then enable this HTTPS box. OK, yes, and then I'll install this policy. I'll push this policy. Okay. So before that, wait. I'll not push. I'll say Google, right? I'll say Google and check the certificate here. Okay, I can check the certificate here, and you can see who's the issued certificate. Google.com, right? So it's having a direct connection with the Google server. So nobody's what do you say, sniffing the packet, being a proxy server and all those stuff, right? So okay, I'll close this, and now I'll install this. Okay, now that the policy has been pushed successfully, let me go to my browser. Okay, let me go to my browser and open that again, Google, right? Enter. So let me check the certificate again, and this time you can see issued by who? That's me. So just remember this. So if you have a proxy server in between, so the connection that you're making is not safe unless that proxy server is a reliable one, right? So imagine I'm going to CICI bank. So I'm doing my banking, okay, later, and I'm logging into my account, right? And I'm connected to this proxy server, and I'm doing my transaction, whatever. I'm entering my credentials, right? So see, the server is able to decrypt that packet and it has the all the information. So guys, be cautious that while connecting to a proxy or using these VPNs and all those stuff, right, on your mobile and all, don't do these like don't access the uh, like critical sites, right, the banking and all those stuff, right? So yeah, so this was HTTPS inspection using what you say uh, the checkpoint, right? So we have covered all of this for this section, right? And kindly, if you have any questions regarding this, you can just put it in my comments, right? So that's it, guys. Thanks, and once again, I'll just say, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, please like my videos and share as much as possible, and stay tuned for great content on this channel, right? Okay, bye bye, thank you.